Most work days for the average blue-collar worker concludes when they clock out at the end of the night. However, this was not the case for the men and women employed at the Carrie blast furnaces in Swissvale, Pennsylvania. The Carrie furnaces were operated for nearly 70 years, from 1907 to 1978. Pipefitters, machinists, boilermakers, and millwrights all labored in unison to produce 1,000 to 1,250 tons of steel every day. But dominating the steel industry came with a price. These men and women worked day in and day out under harsh conditions, leaving the workday beaten down, defeated, and tired. Their clothes were tattered and their lungs were tired from the pollution that engulfed the mill. Carrie workers weren't just mentally bringing the work home with them. They were literally bringing pieces of the mill home every evening. Their days continued even after getting home from work, from bathing in the basement to washing their clothes separately from the rest of their family. These men and women continued their duties while practically living a second life at the steel mills. So what are these workers supposed to do when the work follows them home, no matter how bad they want to break from it? Most of them embraced it. With the goal to provide a life for their families that they would otherwise not have, the workers at the Carrie blast furnaces continually persevered through the exhausting work days. Though the days drug on, these mill workers found ways to enjoy their jobs. The pure pride they exuded when talking about their families filled the loud, dark furnaces with a joyous atmosphere. The fear of injury never amounted to the fear of failure these workers woke up every day to face. Working at the mill was not an easy job, yet it gave the workers a sense of accomplishment that they could continue waking up every morning, putting on their greens, and going to work in the dangerous environment that became their second home. Pennsylvanians viewed the workers as tougher than the average blue-collar worker due to the extremities they faced in their everyday lives. They respected the Carrie workers' sorrow and exhaustion, as they knew the pain and suffering these workers endured. Injuries and deaths were no longer a surprise in the mills. They simply became routine. Their lives were consumed by the mills, whether they were clocked in or not. Coworkers and colleagues became family, spending their evenings getting beers together, joking about their days, and sharing stories that would soon become memories. The workers would return to their Milltown homes, where their camaraderie and companionship only grew. Though working conditions were brutal and punishing inside the doors of the Carrie blast furnaces, the mill workers' pride remained unmatched. Long, exhausting hours, extreme temperatures, and demanding physical labor did not drive the mill workers away from their jobs. Rather, they became pieces of the foundation that would build these workers' identities.